live?
Mm. Hello. We're live. It's been a while.
Been a while.
What song is that you always do?
It's been a while. That's what it's called.
Who does the song?
I believe it's a shitty band called Stained.
Ah, sorry, Stained, but apparently it's been a while.
Yeah. All right. So, hello and welcome to this week's edition of Willing Snackrifice. I'm Mike.
I'm Liz.
And this is Yumtoberfest.
Yumtober. This week? Did we do it last week?
What do you mean last week?
You said welcome to this week's.
I just say this week because I stopped doing the episode numbers, so I just say this week's edition.
This week, okay. So it's a week.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, so it's this week's edition. I mean, we might not do one next week. We might do another one this week. You never know.
We've got so many snacks.
Oh my God, we have such the backlog of Universal Yums boxes. It's ridiculous.
It's been a busy fall.
It has, and a busy summer. I mean, we have 4 Yums boxes.
4 Yums boxes.
But not to mention we went to Canada.
So much more Canada
twice.
snacks.
And yeah, we bought more stuff.
I think we've covered Canada at this point.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know what else Canada has to offer us as far as snacks. I mean, they've got a plethora of amazing things, wine and entertainment and all kinds of wonderful things. But as far as snacks, I think they might have plumbed at the depths.
I don't know.
Canada.
I mean, because we got some friends that live up there, and one of our friends was mentioning some stuff that she thought we might enjoy. Several episodes ago, I remember Patty. She was talking about some things that she thought we'd like. Not only that though, but there was things that we brought back this last trip that we tried. And they were so damn good. We didn't save them because we didn't know when we were going to get to the Canadian stuff that we did bring back. But there are these little butter tart things. Oh my God.
And I looked up a recipe, and apparently they're a very Canadian thing. I mean, I think the closest thing we would have to it would be like a pecan pie.
Yeah.
Or a pecan pie, depending on where you're from. But it's thicker. It's like more filling.
Mm-hmm.
And it's less sickening sweet, I think, to me.
Yeah, more bready to me.
Like the crust is really flaky and good. I think it was just a really good crust, but the filling was really the star.
And what was weird about them is that we picked them up at the duty-free shop on the way back. They were just like they're almost like at the counter, like at the register. And I was just like,
why not?
Why not? Let's try these. They sounded interesting.
I'm sure there are infinitely better versions of them that you could buy, like at bakeries and stuff in Canada.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, Canadian friends, if you tune in and watch this or watch this at a later time, let us know about the butter tarts. Are they like something you make at home? Is that like everybody's mom has a butter tart recipe and you make it at like Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Well, I mean, it was just Canadian Thanksgiving.
Right. So I don't know if that's is butter tart like our pumpkin pie type thing?
I don't know.
Or like, is it, it's like Hostess cupcakes and you find them everywhere and there's 1,000,001 vending machine versions of it. I am curious because we don't do those here.
I wish we did.
No, we don't really need it. But the recipe doesn't look too bad. It's a little fussy. But...
Well, I mean, compared to like some other stuff that we have, I wish we had stuff like that instead of some of the other stuff that we have. That's what I meant. In place. Not in addition.
I would swap out a what are those Texas?
Oh, like the Texas cinnamon roll
that are always sweaty.
Yeah,
they're kind of they're always they're not like I don't know how
to
to say
that weird
it's sweaty.
Film on the roof of your mouth. Yeah, they're not pleasant.
We're not really selling them, but I would trade those out for the butter tarts.
You're saying out? It's not like we're giving them to somebody else. We're willing to get rid of these and replace them with these.
Yeah,
it's not like it's not like we're taking those those Texas cinnamon roll thing, whatever the fuck they're called, whatever they're called, and like going, oh, here, Canada, you get these now. No, we're not stealing. We're not stealing the butter tarts from you. We just want them as well. Like, you can still have them, but we also want them.
We will trade you sweaty Texas cinnamon roll.
No.
For your butter tart.
No. You could still have them. We just want them as well.
Right.
And we don't want the Americanized version of them.
Yeah, like don't put corn syrup to death in them, unless corn syrup is a natural ingredient in them. But I didn't see.
I don't believe they were. Yeah, we want the full-blooded Canadian versions of them.
No blood tarts.
No,
I'm not a vampire.
No. I don't mean blood like literal blood. I meant like we want the real Canadian versions, but like in the U.S.
Yes.
That seems reasonable to me.
And not have to go to like the international aisle at Wegmans. And do they even have a Canadian section? We're too close, I think.
I don't know that they do.
They have every other part of the
I mean,
world.
they have Asian, they have the UK. I don't think that. I mean, here's the thing though, is that they kind of intersperse some of like they call them Canadian products, right? So like the all dressed potato chips, they put those like in the regular potato chip aisle.
Because we are reasonably close to Canada.
We're Canada adjacent. But here's the thing though, is and somebody actually commented on that, like when we went up there, we went to a Comic-Con in Hamilton with our friends Christy and Matt. And I think
Hi Christy.
I think it was a guy at a toy store that Matt and I went into. And him and his wife, girlfriend, whoever, the proprietors of the store, they were saying, they're like, man, you guys are close enough, really. You know, you're just across the border. We know Rochester. You're almost like you're almost residents.
Right. So, I mean, it's just a body of water, really, that separates us.
But what I was wondering though is like, so like if you go to, I don't know, like Walmart, like in the middle of Kentucky, are you finding like those all dressed potato chips or the ketchup chips or any of those? Like, do they make it down that far? I bet they do.
Maybe, or maybe there's like a Whole Foods or something with a Canadian section. Because we're so jaded that we're so close that maybe it's kind of not considered. But it would be nice. So long story short, we would definitely like some more information on your butter tarts, Canada.
Yes. we need some research done by our Canadian correspondents. I'm looking at you, Paul Saunders. I'm looking at you, Patty Sager. You usually chime in.
And Andre
Lalonde. Yep. They all sound very Canadian names, don't they?
Paul, Patty, and Andre?
Yeah. No, I meant like the full names.
Yes.
But Canadian correspondent Paul Saunders just kind of rolls off the tongue now.
It does.
This point. It really does.
It does. And there are other Canadian friends of ours.
Sure.
That
we have lots of Canadian friends.
We have friends in Canada. It makes it sound like we're making them up. Like I have a boyfriend in Canada.
Yeah.
That's the Avenue Q. I have a girlfriend who lives in Canada.
I gotcha.
So where are we going with our Universal Yums?
Oh yes.
our aged
8 minutes, almost 9 minutes in, we're gonna get to the yums now, the snacks.
So this would be about July, August box.
Maybe somewhere.
Because we just got
there.
October.
Yeah.
September. August.
What was the last one that we did?
I don't even remember.
Was it Greece?
Possibly.
I think it was Greece.
It was. No. Yes, it was. I think, and I'm probably wrong. But yeah, so this is August, I think. I think this is the August box.
Or not, I would say July.
So this is an aged box. And we get it. It doesn't always come on the same time. I feel like this has not been sitting there that long. Anyway, we are going, away we go to Indonesia.
Yeah.
And she's walking on a bridge that I wouldn't walk on.
Indeed.
I don't do survivable
rope
heights.
Bridges. Don't blame you.
Kabarmu. How are you? Apparently, in Indonesian. My geography is bad because I know Indonesia is in the Pacific, right? I am terrible. Asian countries. I'm so sorry. I get like where Taiwan and Malaysia and um the Philippines and is Indonesia closer to India or to
It's a country in Asia.
right? I knew that.
It's north of Australia.
Okay.
It's south of Vietnam and south of the Philippines. It's like right in the middle between those, but south of them.
Okay. All right.
Um, that's okay, honey. You know, I gotta be honest. So, a Facebook friend of mine, girl I graduated high school with, and this is me being naive about these things. She recently took like one of those bucket list style trips, I would say, to the Galapagos.
Mm.
And she's an excellent photographer too. I'll show you some of her pictures when we're done with this. But she took some amazing photos. She was laying on a beach and like seals came up and like hung out with her and stuff. It was amazing. It was incredible. But what I didn't realize, I thought the Galapagos was like off in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of nowhere, right? And that was just in my mind this whole time. I didn't realize it was just off of the mainland of Ecuador, and it was part of Ecuador. I had no clue, and I was
You just thought it was like out in the middle of the Atlantic?
Yes.
Huh.
I had no idea. So she mentioned, the next part of my trip, the second leg, I'm staying at this place in the mainland Ecuador, and I'm like, wait, what? And then so like Google Maps is your friend, so I'm like, let me look this up, and I looked it up, and I went, oh. And then I looked up the prices of the cruise that she was on. I went, wow. I was like, damn. The nice thing for her, I guess it's perspective, is like she's solo traveling. So
cheaper.
Yeah, a little bit.
General.
Yeah. But I was like, damn, looked really beautiful and gorgeous. But like you're commenting about your geography of Indonesia or lack of knowledge of it. I was like, I had a moment like that just this past week with the Galapagos.
And I feel bad. I mean, I feel like high school geography did me a disservice because I could point out like European countries on a map, and obviously the United States, Canada, Mexico. And if I'm not going to go into the Animaniacs countries of the world, but like, unfortunately, we didn't do a lot of geography on like African countries.
Right. South America, I feel like
South America, we did
a little bit. Like you knew like the main ones, like
Brazil
Argentina and Brazil and Chile, yeah.
But like with the smaller ones, and when I say smaller, I mean like size of one of our states ones, like know, like you said, Ecuador or Colombia, El Salvador, all these other countries, Uruguay, all of these places. You're like, I don't know where those are on a map. I know they're nebulously here. And like Indonesia, I'm like, it's nebulously here.
Right, yeah.
And it's just like, but if you wanted me to point out all of these individual countries on a map, I would struggle. Except for, like the bigger ones. Either they're a world power, they're always in the news, or they're just geographically large, mass size. But I feel like a little our education was lacking a little bit.
Probably.
Like Western civilization was definitely pushed more than anything else.
Sure.
But we digress.
Oh, did we digress?
We digressed.
For 14 minutes now.
We're digressing.
That's okay. You're getting kind of a roadmap of where we're headed with the show for the next month or two.
And we're going to Indonesia right now.
Yeah.
So let's get started. Our first snack is a fried noodle chip.
So this kind of scares me a little bit when you hear noodles and like you think, Asian countries and you're like, oh boy, is there going to be like shrimp involved or something like that, right?
Yeah, there's always usually like a nebulous fish. Sorry. I looked ahead and was like, so fried noodle chips. If there's one dish that's found everywhere from mom and pop shops to high-end restaurants, it's the mie goreng. And I know I said that mie goreng. so sorry.
Try it. It's on the package there.
One of Indonesia's most iconic stir-fried noodle dishes. While the dish originated with Chinese immigrants, locals have made it their own by adding fried shallots, sambal chili paste, and sweet soy sauce for a taste that's quintessentially Indonesian. So it comes as no surprise that the flavor made its way out of the restaurants and onto snack foods like instant noodles and these mind-blowing mee goreng potato chips that just so happen to be made by the country's top potato chip brand. Just one bite, or two, or three, and you'll instantly understand what all the hype is about. It looks like a ramen package.
Chitato.
Chitato?
Chitato.
Looking at the ingredients, there's lots of ingredients. Nothing so far that looks weird. Doesn't look like there's any meat products. Smells like coffee.
A little bit.
That's weird. Maybe it's the soy sauce. Yep. Oh. Oh no. No. The soy sauce was fine, and then whatever came after was not. Ah. Tastes like weeds. Swamp. Spicy, salty swamp. No bueno. Sorry, not a fan of your popular dish there, friends. Maybe it's better if it is soup and noodles. Like if it was a soup flavor, it would be okay.
I like the spice on the end. It's intriguing to me. Like
there's like a 3 layers to the flavor. So there's the initial hit of soy sauce, which is fine. Yeah. I like soy sauce. And then there's the swamp flavor.
They're almost seaweedy.
And then there's a spice, like a sweet spice at the end.
Yeah.
So the end and the beginning are good, but that swamp waters taste in the middle.
I gotcha. I get where you're coming from with that. I'm probably going to go a 3 out of 5.
Oh, that's generous. I'm afraid to go too low because I feel like there might be lower things. I'll give it 2. Would not buy. Would not eat. Would not choose.
They definitely got some lingering heat.
They do have. It feels weird that they start with a spicy snack. As Mike cracks up a sparkling water. It's weird that they start with a spicy snack that's going to kind of like mess with your taste buds. This one, I'm pretty sure we've had before. Pandan cream cake. The vanilla of the East. We know the first question you're thinking of is why is it green? Because we asked the same question. The color comes from the native pandan plant, which locals have enjoyed since ancient times. The leaves were once used to make everything from rope to medicine, but when a species called Pandanus amarylifolius on the Molucca Islands was found to have an especially pleasant aroma, locals started adding it to rice and meat. Nowadays, it's so essential in Indonesian cooking that it's earned the title vanilla of the East. So that's not to say that it is vanilla flavored. It's just pandan flavored. I don't know if we've had this exact one, but we've definitely had something pandan flavored before. A little green cake. It's losing a piece of flake. Smells all right.
It's just kind of layered in there.
Like there's green cake and white filling. Very dry.
Kind of fruity.
Tastes like coconut. A little bit.
Yeah.
Is there coconut in it? It's good.
Very dry.
No coconut. I wonder if that's what it tastes like then. Kind of like coconut-ish. I like it. You need a tea or coffee with it.
Yeah. I'd go 3 again on that.
Yeah, I would give that a 3. 3 is kind of my. I don't seek it out, but if it was the only thing in the vending machine, I would buy it. It is stuck in my teeth though.
I got like a weird flavor combination going on right now. That cake
And a little
and
bit
the
of the
lingering
spice.
heat of those chips.
It's very weird.
It's so weird.
Let's see how dumb we are here. An Indonesian company created the world's largest A, bowl of rice, B, package of instant noodles, C, wine glass, D, stuffed animal.
Wine glass.
The answer is B, package of instant noodles. They may be instant to make, but if you wanted to actually eat these noodles, that might take you a while. The Indonesian company Indofood made it their mission to create this delicious work of art, which weighed in at a massive 1,465 pounds. That got us wondering just how long it might take to eat so many noodles. So we convinced our videographer to take up the challenge. The verdict? It took about a week. We would have shown you the epic noodly journey, but for some reason the video footage has mysteriously disappeared. That's a lot of noodles.
That's a lot of noodles.
I'm glad we're staying in Sweet Town, and we're going with Choco Coconut Wafers. It's a chocolatey wafer coated in young coconut. Just seemed like so many C words there. Did you know that the Indonesians are positively nuts for coconuts? I do now. It's not surprising considering they produce more of them than any other country in the world. We're talking 19 million tons in 19 million tons in 2021 alone. We couldn't quite fit that much coconut into your box, but this chocolatey wafer is certainly worth that same weight in deliciousness. Crispy, chocolatey, and of course decked out in shredded coconut. You'll want to eat a ton or two for yourself. So coconut, and you like wafers.
I do.
You're a fan of the wafer.
I do like wafer cookies. You
I
know,
mean, that's a good sign though. When they're not sealed, they tend to get stale. So hopefully this is fresh, crisp.
oh, look at this. This is beautiful. I don't know how we're gonna do this. Guess I'll
Just break it.
got some nice layering there.
Yeah. Smells good. Mm. Mm.
Ate a lot of coconut. And that's about it.
It's a good first bite, and then there's a weird chemical bite, like chemical taste. I get sweet chocolate coconut wafer crunch, and then like a second later, like a weird chemical derivative.
Kind of bland to me.
At least it doesn't taste like suntan lotion,
True.
which has been my kind of
I wish the chocolate was more.
like that there was more chocolate.
Like that there was more there, like, or more flavor of it. It's just almost like a coating for the wafer cookie, and it doesn't do much. I'm gonna go like a 2.5.
I'll give it another 2. I mean, it's not bad. It's bad-ish. I am afraid of this next one.
I kind of saw the words when I was looking over earlier. And this, it might be good as just the two of us.
Durian and cheese wafer roll. Indonesia's most notorious fruit. Are you ready? We don't think you're ready. We certainly weren't. This unusual fruit doesn't have that sweet and refreshing taste that you might expect, and many compare it to stinky cheese. In fact, it is so smelly that some businesses will forbid customers from walking in with it. What do you think? How about a TikTok and let us see your reaction to this super special yum? That means they know it smells bad and it tastes bad.
And you know what's worse is when you pick up the package and the first word you see on the package is jumbo.
Oh, so I'm afraid. I've never had durian. I've never been brave enough. My sense of smell is so like sensitive that, and I've heard horror stories that it smells like rotting meat. It smells like death. It smells like stinky cheese. It smells like rotting feet. It smells like all these things. But if you can get past the smell, it's super sweet and creamy and delicious. And I don't want to get past the smell. I don't want to do it.
We had an issue like this one time. You remember we were at a beer bottle share thing?
Oh yeah.
And somebody brought an infected beer with them. And there's beers where you can age them, or when the brewery goes into the bottling process, maybe they did, or the brewing process, they didn't do something right. The problem is the infection made the beer smell horribly, but apparently it didn't taste horribly.
Right. And when we say infection, that sounds really bad. It just means that something alien was
like in the fermentation.
Is in the fermentation. Some other bacteria or yeast or byproduct got in it. It doesn't make it poisonous for the most part. It just changes it drastically, and it's called being infected.
And you maybe have heard Gordon Ramsay over the years say that looks like a baby's diaper, in reference to like food, like on like Kitchen Nightmares or whatever. Excuse me. This literally smelled like a baby's diaper. I couldn't get past it. And
everybody's like, no, if you can get past it, it's pretty good. No, I don't want to get past it. You can keep your stinky poopy bear.
Yeah. Durian has long been one of those things that, I mean, if you watch any food shows, it's one of the more controversial food items that you could cook with.
Or just eat.
Period.
And we've seen people just scoop it up and nom it down. And I don't know if they're really good at like masking their reaction to the smell, or that they actually don't mind it.
So are you ready? Are you willing?
No, just do it. Just tear off the Band-Aid.
All right.
Just so hopefully it doesn't stink up the house.
You want to smell first?
You can smell it first.
Okay. It doesn't smell. Just give it. It doesn't smell horribly. It smells almost like nacho cheese to me.
It's very
astringent. Should I just take a bite off the end, or?
Go ahead.
All right.
It smells like vinegar. It smells astringent.
Okay.
It doesn't smell good at all. It smells like onion. This tastes like onion.
And that's exactly what I got out of it. Was it tastes like onion.
Somebody mixed onion and sugar. Oh, it just keeps coming back. Throw that away. Just make it go away.
What'd you do with the wrapper?
Send it away. Send it far, far away.
I'm gonna get rid of this. Not because I didn't mind it actually, but
no durian. No durian.
But Liz is really not a fan of this, so I know I just gotta take it to the trash.
Take it away.
You just came in. It was a cheesy durian wafer roll.
It tasted like sugar mixed with onions that are about to go bad in a wafer cookie. Yeah. I'm sorry. No, absolutely not.
So what's going to happen is tomorrow
I'm gonna make you take the garbage out. The
You're
first thing in the
gonna make me
morning.
take it. You're gonna make me take it out tonight. I think.
Probably. I'm gonna be like, take it away. Don't let it contaminate my house. No. Blah. That's a negative 5,000. Did you hate it as much as me?
No.
Oof.
It was a weird combination with the wafer and the sweetness, and then the onion.
Which is what I think the durian is. The oniony. Like rotten onion?
I'd probably go like 1.5. Just
wow. Just to admit that it's a food item.
I mean, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever had.
No. Close. I took the smallest bite. I knew I was not gonna like it. You took a big honking chunk, and I took like the littlest nibble.
Because the smell wasn't too objectionable to me, really. It really wasn't. It's just it wasn't a good combination. Like
sweet, sweet,
yeah,
spoiled onion. All right.
By the way, tonight I'm drinking. Wegmans does, our local grocery store does their own brand of sparkling waters, and I'm drinking raspberry flavored. It is delicious. And I also have a beer, which is from Rising Storm Brewing, which you've seen me drink before. This is their 5 carats triple New England IPA. If you're in Rochester, come and hit up Rising Storm. Highly recommend it. We got to have better stuff coming up, right?
Yeah. Sugar-coated coffee cookies. Coffee lovers, meet your new morning go-to. Did you know that the word Java comes from Indonesia? It refers to the country's central island, Java, where most of the world's coffee was grown during the 1700s. Today, Java is still renowned for its coffee, especially its Arabica beans. Cultivated during monsoon season, aged over 3 years. The result is a more mellow, less acidic coffee, the inspiration behind the light coffee flavor of these extra thin, sugar-topped biscuits. The best part is that you don't need to wait 3 years to enjoy these coffee cookies. So they're called Coffee Joy.
Yeah, to me, the packaging, it almost looks like it's going to be like some coffee-flavored graham crackers in some respect.
It does look like graham crackers.
But we'll see. We'll see what we have.
Just so it's not onion flavored or durian flavored. I'm like durian.
Liz, let's do a Snackrifice. This will be fun. All right.
Yeah. Even my hands smell like
I think we've kind of had crackers in packaging that looks like this before.
Some crisp.
Yeah, crackers.
Crappers.
Cracker cookie crisps. They're very thin. Getting the first one out is a bit of a challenge.
I showed the camera how packed they are in there.
There you go. They're loose for you now. But yeah, like I said, almost like a graham cracker in a way.
They do smell like coffee. I think this is probably going to be one of those things where it smells more like coffee than it tastes.
Oh, very reminiscent of coffee bean.
It's good. I like it.
Nice notes of chocolate, a little bit of coffee.
Consistency of a graham cracker.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Those will be good with your morning coffee in the morning.
Well, I'm probably going to eat those for breakfast.
I don't doubt it.
And I don't know if it's just like a relief from the previous snack that is making me enjoy them, but I would probably give those a 3.5.
I'm right with you. It's a good score for those.
Trivia question. In Surabaya, residents can pay for the bus with A, books, B, plastic bottles, C, songs, or D, flowers?
Flowers.
Plastic bottles.
Hmm.
Don't throw out your plastic bottles. That's your ticket to ride. Residents in Surabaya, Indonesia's second largest city, can use their plastic waste instead of money to pay bus fare. A 2-hour bus ride would cost you 10 plastic cups or up to 5 plastic bottles. The program was launched in 2018 to reduce plastic waste, promote public transportation, and cut down on traffic congestion. So far, it's a hit. About 13,200 pounds of plastic are recycled each month. And our next snack is...
Before you get there, you know what's bad is when I'm cleansing my palate with a triple IPA. That just seems odd.
From the durian? Or
from all of the above. It's just
it's
weird.
Been a weird
like,
ride so far. It's been like spicy, salty, sweet, stinky coffee.
Yeah. Indonesia's taking us for a ride here.
Yeah, they are. Our next one is melon and peach yogurt gummies. I usually like the yogurt gummies.
We've had some yogurt gummies in some previous snack boxes we've done, and
lychee
I know we've gotten them. I think at our local Asian grocery store as well.
Because I've looked for them after the fact. I really do like them. So hopefully these are also good. Chewy, fruity, tangy tastiness. Something we've noticed when snacking around East Asia is that dairy products tend to be few and far between. But that's not the case in Indonesia, where you can find them in all sorts of traditional preparations. There's the dangkai cheese, made from boiled buffalo milk, yogurty dadia, made from fermented buffalo milk, and tons of modern treats as well. These fruity gummies may not be like the traditional yogurts of old Indonesia, but they certainly represent their modern preferences and ours as well. I think the ones that I had previously that we've looked for, they were Korean.
I think you're right.
So.
Well, so there's... It looks like a couple different colors in here.
There should be peach and melon.
So there's that. And then there's that.
So I'm going to say that the green is probably melon. And
so if you want to try one of each.
I'm going to try the peach first.
Everybody knows I'm not a fan of peach. But
well, it's not a really strong peachy flavor.
I am... They smell like if you smell in there, that's pretty strong.
The melon one, really good. I love melon though. Those are delicious. Yum yum. Would buy. They're very fruity. They're not sickeningly sweet. They're not like Sour Patch Kids or anything. Peachy. The peach one is peachy, but not like punch in the face peach. And the melon one is just a really pleasant, like honeydew winter melon flavor. Yeah, and the yogurt makes them strangely creamy.
I like those.
Yeah,
those are good. Even the peach one. I'm not a big peach fan, but I could see when it's a good product.
Yeah, I really like those. I'm gonna give those a 4.5.
I'll go 4 on those.
Those are pleasant. Can I have another?
Which flavor?
Whatever you got. Melon. It's a reward for the durian. So our next one, which is, Indonesia, sweet corn tortilla chips. By way of America? The Americans? Anyway, taste how Indonesia does grilled sweet corn. Walk through the street food stalls of Jakarta and you'll smell a sweet and savory snack that's super popular. Perkedel jagung, or sweet corn fritters. Made with sweet corn, flour, kaffir lime leaves, and garlic, and then fried to crispy perfection. They're one of the most famous street foods in the country, which is why it's common to see locals eating them for breakfast lunch, or a late night snack. While they are traditionally eaten with a dipping sauce, these tortilla chips are good enough to enjoy on their own and just as golden, crunchy, and savory as the real deal. So, I mean, obviously, corn has gone all over the world since the age of the explorers. So this is the this is their take on it. It's like a street corn or street sweet corn. I'm feeling like it might just taste like a tortilla chip.
Especially that they said like you would normally have these with like a dipping sauce. So is it just going to be like a plain tortilla chip? It kind of looks like a plain tortilla chip.
Mm-hmm. Tastes like sweet corn.
Okay. So yeah, there is a slight difference though.
Mm-hmm.
And occasionally we get, I think it's like sweet corn popcorn or something like that.
And
at Aldi.
And there's like something on it.
Yeah.
That makes it taste like fresh corn.
Yeah. This is reminiscent of that, like where it's more of like a sweeter corn flavor than a typical tortilla chip. I could still see adding like maybe some sort of
creamy
dip. like a light cream, like almost like a
ranch.
Yeah, like a watery dip to it.
Mm-hmm.
To not like overpower the sweet corn flavor, but to kind of like enhance it.
Tzatziki.
Maybe, yeah.
Like a cucumber dip.
They're good. I like them.
Yeah, me too. They do need something.
They're good. They're good enough to stand on their own, but they would be elevated with something else in addition to them.
Give them a 3.5.
I'll go with a 4 on them.
And we're going back to sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Choco banana wafer rolls. So I think this is the same company that makes that made the durian snack. So it's a wafer roll, but thank God it's not durian. Fragrant banana mixed cocoa in a flaky wafer. Bananas are pretty ordinary, right? Not in Indonesia, where over 300 unique varieties have evolved over the past 10,000 years. There's pisang mas, golden banana, with this hugely sweet honey-like flavor and a bite-sized package, and pisang susu merah, red milk banana, with its iconic red peel and creamy flavor, and pisang batu, with its inedible seeds, making it prime bird food. And then there's this banana wafer roll, with vanilla crispiness, gooey chocolate, and real banana cream. Doesn't tell you which banana they use, though. It takes after Indonesia's bonkers bananas. It's anything but ordinary. I'm worried that they just used like fake banana flavoring. They told us about all of the wonderful bananas of Indonesia and didn't use any of them.
Excuse me.
It's that sparkling water.
It is. A wafer roll for you.
Oh, it smells like banana. Looks like chocolate. Oh, it smells like bubblegum. Or juicy fruit.
It has like that weird like runts banana flavor smell to me.
Which I've said on previous videos and on my banana soapbox is that's actually how bananas used to taste.
In my opinion, they should just call it banana roll. Like
I got no chocolate.
Yeah. There's chocolate in them, but the banana is so strong that
it overpowers everything. They're not bad.
No, they're tasty. They're really delicious, but you're not getting any chocolate out of that.
No. I think I'd probably
Maybe at the end. Maybe a little bit. But
very, very faint. There's like, it should be dark chocolate. It should be like bitter chocolate to go with the really sickeningly sweet, not sickeningly sweet, but very sweet banana flavor. I'd probably give it a 3.75.
I'll go 3.5 on those.
And Indonesia's going to throw me for a loop again.
Is there more during?
No. Frosted Choco cheese crackers.
So when I was organizing the box before the episode, I saw the packaging, and I didn't realize that they were almost like in trading card form. But to me, this almost like the packaging, it looks like a Pop-Tart.
It does. So cheese and chocolate on a cracker. Yep. In the late 1500s, the Dutch established Indonesian colonies in search of natural resources, bringing with them chocolate and cheese. Locals got creative and apparently smashed them together. Locals got creative with the new culinary arrivals, topping toast with chocolate sprinkles and Western-style cheese. The combo took off, continuing to explode in popularity after Indonesia declared independence from the Netherlands in 1945. Today, it's a sweet and salty national tradition, which you are about to try. So,
it really does look like a Pop-Tart, like a square Pop-Tart.
So chocolate and cheese isn't unheard of. I mean, you could have like chocolate cheesecake. It's when they put like Swiss cheese or cheddar cheese with chocolate that I'm like, why?
It definitely smells cheesy.
Yeah, but not. I don't smell any chocolate. It's like a cheesecake frosting on a cracker with chocolate sprinkles.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Hmm?
It's not bad. I was worried that it was going to be feedy cheese. It's more like cheesecake. Like a cheesecake frosting.
It smells more cheesy than it tastes.
Yeah.
I'm probably at a 3 with that.
Yeah, same. It's not offensive. If it was out in front of me and I was peckish, I would probably eat it. But I wouldn't buy it.
No.
But I'm glad it was like a sweet cheese rather than feedy cheese, because yuck. Now we go on to Milky Melon Chews. Now, again, I love melon. Sister Tina hates melon, so she's probably really glad she's not here. But fruity, creamy, and chewy treats. Ever craved a sip of cream after eating melon? I can't say that I have. No? Well, you're in for a totally new flavor experience with this Milky Melon Sweet. Well, not really, because we had the yogurt melon snack. Candies that combine milk and fruit are insanely popular in Indonesia, and no fruit from banana to strawberry to melon is immune from the combo. Pop one in your mouth and you'll understand the hype. First, you'll taste a blast of honeydew flavor, and as you chew, the fruitiness will give way to creamy goodness. So let this candy be your first foray into a whole new world of milky fruit combinations.
Oh, Tina's watching, and she says, that sounds absolutely disgusting. Well, don't worry, Tina, because let's take a look at this bag.
There are so many. We'll save them for you.
We can bring you some on Sunday. There are so many to share.
And they're all the same melon flavor. But I do like melon. It's usually my go-to when I get bubble tea is the melon flavor. Oh, these are harder to open than I anticipated. Tina says no thanks. Ah. It's all right, Tina. We'll try them
Oh,
for
you
you.
don't have much of a choice in this deal.
Well, she's not here.
I know. I'm just kidding.
They're harder than I thought they were going to be. Oh, yeah, Tina, you'd hate these. I'm going to say they're so good. But right off the bat, honeydew. Delicious. I'm waiting for the milk or the cream.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, me too. Really sticky. It's very much like a melon flavored now and later.
Yeah.
But because
I'm not going to complain about like that being left.
no. Okay, the only complaint I have is that they're hard to open.
That's nice when you get a snack from like one of these companies and you get a good
like a full size snack
because they
bag.
could have very well put these into
A yum
bag, and this would have been like enough to send to like 20 people, right? That get these boxes easily. But that they sent you the whole bag of them. That's why we continue to do Universal Yums, is because like man they
deliver.
It's always good. They deliver every
I
time.
imagine that there will come a time when we're like, no, okay, we've had these far too much, and we'll move on.
But I mean, we're a couple of years into them now,
and they keep finding new snacks.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've had repeat countries yet, or if we have, they're different snacks.
Yeah.
We'd have to go back and look. We haven't kept that.
You're waiting for when they do Indonesia again, and it's an entire durian box.
Durian. Yeah. No, thank you. So there was one more item in the box, but we're not going to eat it today,
No,
at least. It is a spice mix to make Indonesian fried rice. And there are instructions on the back, to
basically make fried rice.
Make fried rice. We've already eaten dinner. And we ate dinner before we opened the box.
So
it's good until February 2025.
Right. So we'll make that at a later date. Maybe we'll report back on it. Maybe we won't. But it sounded good.
Yeah. So if I explain what it is Indonesia's spicy national dish. Don't just open the packet and eat the paste. Because, duh. There's some assembly required for this yum. This spicy seasoning paste can be used to make nasi goreng, one of Indonesia's most popular dishes served both at home and in restaurants. Sweet and spicy with just a touch of tartness, it's no surprise why this unique take on fried rice is so popular. It mixes well with pretty much any protein or vegetable, so you can have fun making your own tasty variations. We personally recommend shrimp, egg, and plenty of veggies. So we will give that a try at a later date.
Oh, by the way, nasi goreng, mee goreng.
Oh, I wonder if they're similar in flavor.
Similar flavor profiles. We can do scores on the melon candies.
Oh, those are 4.75.
Wow.
They get a reduction for being difficult to open. That's it.
I would go a 4 on those.
Yeah.
They're good. I like them. All right, so that wraps up the Indonesia portion of this episode.
But wait, there's more.
But before we get to the more, why don't we go through our favorite items of the box? For you, Liz, you had 2 in your top. You had the melon candies that we just ate, and then the melon and peach flavored yogurt gummies.
I'm seeing a theme with what I like.
Yeah.
Melon
So those were your tops.
Fruit.
My favorite were those 2, but also the roasted corn tortilla chips. Those were some of my favorites. Least favorites, you gave the durian cheese roll thing, perhaps the lowest score ever in Willing Snackrifice history. You gave it a negative 5,000. That was also the lowest item for me in this box. And it wasn't so much about the concept of durian. It was just the combination of flavors in that were really strange for me. I probably would have enjoyed it more if they maybe paired it differently.
I don't know. I mean, now that I know,
My score probably would have been higher.
I think I went in knowing that durian has a smell, but people have described it in so many different ways. Body odor, corpses, just really pungent negative flavors. Like it's just got a negative vibe. So I knew it was going to smell.
Right.
I just didn't know how I was going to interpret it. And the smell, as I interpreted it, the smell was rotten onions and vinegar. And then somebody turned it into a paste and mixed it with sugar and shoved it in a wafer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was terrible.
It was pretty interesting to say the least. All right, but you mentioned that we do have more.
We have more.
So we do have some Canadian snacks that we're going to touch on, and this is going to be Canadian chocolate.
Because there wasn't really a whole lot of not pleasant, but delightful chocolate in the Indonesian box. So we're supplementing with a little
and that was
decadent.
I would say totally circumstantial that we happened to do that. We didn't really look at the chocolate in Indonesia. I'm just going to adjust that because it was kind of falling. But we didn't really know that going in. We just happened to pick these because we had them left over from not our last Canadian trip, but the previous Canadian trip.
But it's chocolate.
But we do have chocolate. So
yay!
Let's get into these. And we're going to start, I think we're going to start with most basic, right? So
it's like, stop talking, bake with the chocolate.
First up, we have from Cadbury.
Yay!
We have a Cadbury caramel, which is, I know it's a very basic Canadian chocolate bar, but we're willing to try everything on this show.
Hardship that is eating Cadbury chocolate. I don't know how we do it. I don't know how we get through it. So. Smells creamy, chocolatey, caramelly. 10 out of 10. It's the perfect bite of chocolate. It's creamy, luxurious. The caramel is liquidy without being runny. If you are ever craving chocolate, that's like, and you know you don't want to eat a lot, that's like the perfect craving relief for some chocolate.
Wouldn't this be like the most appropriate size, like just to relieve that craving?
Yep.
Just this little tiny snack.
Two little snaps of chocolate, but and if people are like, oh, that couldn't possibly be enough, it actually could be. If I was like, oh my God, we ate dinner like an hour and a half ago or 2 hours ago, and I don't want to eat like a big dessert. I'm not that hungry. I'm still kind of full from dinner, but I'm craving something sweet. One of those would be like the perfect little chocolate nightcap, I guess.
So what do you say? Why don't we amp up the caramel?
We're going to amp up the caramel?
We are. We're going to go to like the next level. We're going to go to the next level up caramel. We're going to do the Cadbury caramel, salted caramel version.
So I have and it's nothing against this. I don't know how I'm sure this is going to be good, but salted caramel is everywhere, and they're putting flaky salt on everything, not just chocolates, but like flaky salt everywhere on every dessert. It's it's the trend. That's okay. So, I'm sure this is delicious. But I'm like, stop putting salt everywhere. America, our blood pressure is high enough.
So again, they're gonna kind of be the squares again.
Same consistency. Same delicious chocolate. I'm trying to taste the caramel by itself. It's definitely saltier or salty. If you suck out the caramel, you can taste it.
You can taste it with the chocolate.
I like the regular better. I mean, this isn't bad. I'm not going to kick it out of bed. But I like it without the salt. The salt doesn't add anything to it.
It's still delicious.
I mean, the chocolate is still just really good. And again, the salted caramel is not bad. If you drizzled that on some cheesecake or you drizzled that on something, I wouldn't complain. But the regular was fine. The regular was just, it didn't need the salt. We don't need the salt.
Very good, though.
Love the chocolate.
All right. One more.
One more?
Yep. And it's going to kind of flip you on your...
Where are you taking me?
Well, we're going to stick with the Cadbury line.
Okay.
But we're going to go Cadbury Dark.
Ooh, dark.
Premium Dark.
How dark is it?
It's premium. Are you looking for like the percentage?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see it on there.
It's premium dark.
No. Maybe if you just taste it, you'll know what the percentage is.
No, it doesn't say anywhere, but it's pretty fancy looking.
It's premium.
It's premium. I'll open it up. Oh, and the bits are smaller. So hard. It smells like dark chocolate.
Mm.
Oh no! There's more there. So somehow, without being milk chocolate, it's still very velvety and creamy. It's not the darkest chocolate I've ever had because it's not bitter. I've had dark
That's
chocolate
smooth.
that is bitter. This is very smooth. Like, it's not sweeter than dark chocolate I've had. But this would probably make some of the best chocolate chip cookies in the world. Because it's definitely bittersweet.
Yeah. I like it. It's delicious. It's luxurious.
It is very luxurious tasting. I like how they've managed to make a creamy dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Just the consistency. It's not grainy. It's not gritty. It's not bitter. And again, I think you could find dark chocolate with significantly more cacao in it. But if you're, again, you just want a candy bar and you don't want milk chocolate, you want dark chocolate. This is a go-to. This is a, your choices are like Hershey's dark, Cadbury dark, Ghirardelli dark, Lindt dark, and maybe green and blacks for the organic dark.
This will be a first round draft pick all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily. No question. Solid.
Super chocolate.
Yeah.
Cadbury is always going to get my Cadbury and Swiss Nestle.
Yeah.
Are always going to get my stamp of approval, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have anything against the salted caramel. It was good. I just liked the plain one better.
I got you. I'm with you on that. I can understand where you're coming from. I mean, all three were fantastic. I mean, let's face it.
But
no. But the thing is you can go to some specialty shops. You can go to some like chocolatiers around here and get really good chocolate. But if you're going to go to the grocery store, you really have to go down particular aisles to get stuff of that good quality. Whereas this was just obtained down the regular candy aisle at Canadian Walmart. So,
and that's not to say that we don't have Cadbury products in the United States.
Right.
But they are slightly different.
Or you can go to like the British section of the store or whatever.
They're slightly different and they're very limited in the flavors that we can get here. So like I have never seen a Cadbury dark chocolate bar in our local store. I used to see the caramello ones.
Yeah.
But I don't see those anymore. Mostly what I see now is the milk chocolate and almond or the fruit and nut, which is basically it's got peanuts, I think, in it. No.
Raisins.
Almonds and raisins or hazelnuts and raisins.
Yeah.
Again, delicious, but it's nice to go to
Well, right. That's what Tina, that's what I'm referring to is the European aisle at Wegmans. Yeah, you can get some of that, but it's still limited at best.
Right. I think that when we've gone to Canada and everything is Cadbury and like not everything, but like there's all the flavors. There's there's the mint, there's the caramel, the salted caramel, plain milk chocolate, the fruit and nut.
And never mind the prices.
The prices are significantly less.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was a toffee flavor. There was toffee one, and then there was the one that had the crunched up Easter egg ones. The what are they called?
The I know what everybody the Cadbury
eggs.
Yeah.
They crunch them up and put them in a chocolate bar. So I mean, we don't see those regularly here in the States, and it's just and again, I don't think I've ever seen a Cadbury dark chocolate bar at our Wegmans, even in the European section. Like I've seen other brands.
Right. So I mean, yeah, it's cool to like get to experience this stuff, and it's not like it's far away really, but what I was going to say is experiencing some of this Canadian stuff, that's just the tip of the iceberg. We have more coming your way.
So much more.
Yes. And we have more Yums boxes coming your way as well.
So many
more. But you got to stay tuned for that. We got, what do we have? We have turkey. We have Czechia. Is that how you say it? And we just received in Germany. So stay tuned for those Yums boxes, and then a whole bunch more Canadian stuff, and actually a couple British things that we picked up when we were up in Canada.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for all of that and everything that we have coming your way. We might even have something special planned for the end of November. You'll have to wait and see for that, though.
I don't know.
when I mention it to you off air, you'll go, oh yeah. But stay tuned for all of that, and it'll be lots of fun.
So thanks for watching us eat things.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you ever want to play along with us or come visit us, you're more than welcome to. We'll have more than enough snacks to share with you. Just reach out to us. We can do that. We can make it happen.
Make it happen.
This has been it's been real.
It's been fun.
It's been real fun. We'll see you next time.
Bye.